Yunnan province, the most southerly in China, is one of the regions where the Ashi people have settled. A people for whom songs are the food of love. Stretching from the foothills of the Himalayas to the tropical valleys bordering Burma, Laos, and Vietnam, the Yunnan offers an amazing diversity of landscapes and climates. But it's also a patchwork of peoples and cultures. 25 different linguistic groups live in this region, which accounts for a half of the minority groups still existing in China. Descendants of Tibetan nomads, the Ashi settled in various areas of the Yunnan 2,000 years ago and became farmers. This film was shot in 1980 and 81 in Mile, south of Kunming, the capital of Yunnan. Early October, the monsoon rains were heavy, which is fortunate because this rainwater reservoir is vital for the village of Faiwi, its 650 inhabitants having no other supply of drinking water. The authorities of Mao Zedong's regime never managed to bring running water here. They did, however, make sure that the villagers would be woken up every morning by the local radio. October is the month when dry corn stalks are gathered to make fertilizer. Although the success of a crop is largely dependent on the goodwill of the gods, the quality of the fertilizer is also important. Corn stalks and leaves left to ferment with animal dung produce excellent manure. In this mountainous region, agriculture is labor-intensive. The women devote 80% of their time to farming work, which is given priority over everything else. However hard they toil, the Ashi never seem to lose their good spirits. Perhaps the secret of their cheerfulness lies in their passion for singing. This song opens with an encouraging address to all listeners.
Let us work together. Let us unite our efforts, for it will soon be the New Year festival. And then we will dance, sing, and laugh as much as we want.
After a long introduction on the theme of current work and future entertainment, the singer gets to the heart of the matter. The lyrics become romantic and call for an answer.
Young man, your voice is sweeter than a nightingale's. My heart can't resist. Come near me so we can sing together.
I have always loved singing, although I quack like a duck, and I beg you not to mock me.
More or less improvised love duets are a tradition shared by many mountain peoples in the Far East. The baskets of manure being carried to the high mountain fields weigh up to 60 kilos. But the women refuse to let the men do any carrying. They say it's because the men are too fragile. Once a week, men and women clear a wooded area and gather firewood. Their love songs then resound throughout the forest.
Oh, my beauty, you who cut down trees on the mountain, how I love you. Your turban is graceful as a flower. Your smile shines like the full moon, and you are slender as the bamboo of Mount Cation.
The lyrics of the love duets are entirely improvised. Both the man who starts a song and the woman who answers him must be both good singers as well as poets. Transporting the bundles is the hardest job, so once again only the women take it on. They say the footpaths are too narrow for men loaded with wood. Goat herding is also a woman's job. Sunset. It's time to gather the herds. The young woman attracts the goats with salt. The families of Faiwi are grouped into production teams. Sometimes the women and children of several families get together to take their herds away for a few days. Meanwhile, in the village, the rest of the team carry out the other daily tasks. Bringing in the animals, going to the reservoir to wash the vegetables, or storing the firewood. Late October. For the past few months, the days have gone by with nothing to disrupt the daily routine. The villagers are eagerly waiting for the next opportunity to rest and enjoy themselves. The great New Year celebration is a long way off. In the meantime, they'll have to make the most of the Winter Solstice Festival in November. In the old days, on the night of the solstice, young men sought to attract girls by lighting a bonfire called the Fire of the Heart Catcher. The modern version is less romantic. Electric light has replaced the flames, but the love duets are still sung according to the old rules. These maneuvers sometimes result in romance, but the greater number of marriages are decided at another festival, during the New Year celebrations, when the young people perform the famous Jiao Yun dance.
The Cao Yun and the love duets have always been part of our culture. But during the Cultural Revolution, singing and dancing were prohibited. We weren't even allowed either to play music on our traditional instruments. Each time the Red Guards heard someone play, they immediately intervened to stop him. For many years, they were deprived of all pleasures, and especially of the nighttime feasts. All we were allowed to do was work, eat, and sleep.
January 3rd. Time at last for another New Year festival, and time also for budding romances. This morning, the unmarried boys and girls of Faiwi and the young people from 2 other villages will gather on the main square at the end of the village. The boys pay particular attention to the beauty of the girls' headdresses, and they often sing about them in the love songs. Before going to the main square where the dances will take place, the young people climb a nearby hill to watch for the arrival of their guests from the other villages. Impatience and curiosity mingle with the wish to spot a potential fiancé as early as possible. This tradition is much more important than it appears. The Ashi peasants rarely leave their village, and the festival is their only chance to meet strangers. Almost every inhabitant of Faihui met their partner during a Chiao Yun dance. An outsider would only see the festive side of these dances, but the elders insist on the religious significance of the Chiao Yun. The Ashi believe there's a link between nature and the world of man. Establishing harmony between men and women may result in better crops and healthier cattle. When romance blossoms, a love duet soon springs up to confirm it.
Lovely girl, you took my fancy. When I see your smile, I know we were made for each other.
The message is always the same, but it has to be embellished in poetry to elicit a response in the same spirit.
Handsome young man, I like you too. And what you tell me delights me. Yes, I would like to dance with you.
They will dance like this until the sun sets. And maybe tomorrow, talk about getting married. Like all the Yunnan minorities, the Ashi practice a religion that blends Buddhism with ancient animist beliefs. Originally, all the yearly festivals and rituals were tributes to the countless gods of the Ashi. The god of the land, the god of the harvest, the god of cattle, of the mountain, and of the ancestors too. Young people tend to neglect most of these customs, except the Qiao Yun. Even if the Qiao Yun has a spiritual dimension, it's above all an opportunity to enjoy themselves. When a girl gives a young man this small bag that she's lovingly embroidered all year long, it means that she's willing to get to know him better. But these encounters take place away from onlookers. China has changed rapidly since this film was made in 1981. But the traditions of minority peoples like the Ashi so far survive, bringing life and color to the landscape of Yunnan.